Thinking about moving to the Bay Area and want to know more about California? Well, in today's video, I am talking about all the things that I love and all the things that I cannot stand about this state. So stay tuned. Hey guys, Rachel Capel here with Keller Williams. If you want to know about the Bay Area, we got you covered in this channel, so make sure to subscribe. Click the like buttons if you're getting value out of these videos, because we do them every single week, and keep the questions coming because we love them and it helps us to help you find out more about the Bay and what you're wanting to know when relocating and moving on over here. So let's get into this video. Today we are talking about all the things that I absolutely love about California and the things that I just can't stand. So let's get to it. I'm going to start off with all the things that I love because I'm a really positive person and I just want to start it off on a good note because there are lots of things that I can't stand. But the first thing that I absolutely love, which I think a lot of people can agree, is the weather. California has the best weather in the entire country. I will fight you on this all day long because it's just a fact. There's a reason why we have to pay so much money to live in the state. It's because the weather. The weather makes everything better. We have a climate where you can play outside basically all day long, and I will get into the other things of like what to do in California and what I love in a minute, but the weather is gorgeous here. You are looking at all day, every day, pretty much 365 days out of the year you can play, with the exception of some rain. You put on a jacket when it's cold outside, but you can be hiking, camping, doing all kinds of fun things, going to the beach pretty much all throughout the year, compared to places like Texas, Florida, Arizona, where in the summertime you are staying inside with that AC running that bill up as far as it can go. Trust me, I lived in Florida and New York, and I know my boyfriend has a home in Texas, so I know that those places not as great as they seem as far as weather is concerned. You're going to be inside in the house with the AC during the summer, period, end of story, unless you're playing in the pool or at the beach in Florida, or you're going to be inside getting warm because it's super freezing outside. Or Arizona, Florida, not going to lie, those places are beautiful during the winter, but the summer, that is my first reason why I love California, is because the weather is amazing. Number 2, fresh food and amazing cuisine from all over the world. You can have pretty much any kind of food you want to have here in California, and we are known for our fresh produce and salads. Now, I'm going to give a little credit where credit is due. Places have come up. Texas has some great food, but you just can't beat the fresh food and lettuce and tomatoes and all the great produce that California can bring, which is just right down the corner from Bakersfield and Fresno or wherever they grow that food. It's all here, farm fresh tables. I mean, it's a mecca for delicious food, and try and fight me on it, I'll win all day long. But I'm going to give props to some of those states out there because it's coming up. It's for sure coming up. I've been to Texas. I've been in restaurants in Texas. There's some really great food, but you just can't beat the fresh produce and all the varieties of cuisine here. Now, we have, me being half Filipino, half Irish, I love Chinese and Asian food, Thai food. We have got the best here. I'm sorry, it's just the best. We've got Afghani, Ethiopian, all kinds of delicious, phenomenal restaurants, Michelin star restaurants. So it's just, I mean, I love eating, and that's my number 2 reason, is that we have great fresh food here and cuisines from all over the world. You may or may not get some pretty good Afghani or Ethiopian food in Texas or Arizona, but not quite sure it will be on par with the food in California. So that's my number 2. Number 3, there are so many awesome things that you can do in California. Like literally, I don't even know if I can list them all. There's so many. There's camping, there's the beach, there's hiking, there's sporting events, there is concerts, there's plays, there's food, there's dining, there's beer pubs, there's wine bars. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. There's like amusement parks, there's the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, there's wine country, there's Tahoe, there's Big Bear, there's Disneyland. I mean, there is so much to do in California. Like, what state could you literally go to and move to and live in like the suburbs, But then in 45 minutes or 30 minutes, you could go to a play in San Francisco, or go to a Michelin star restaurant in the city, or go to a street fair in the city, or go to a Giants game in the city, like 35, 40 minutes away. Yeah, maybe Dallas. I mean, there's multiple states you can do that, but then you tack on to that. If you want to go to a baseball game and then, you know what, hey, I think I want to like take my girlfriend out or my wife for a nice little weekend getaway. Let's do the Giants game. Then we can go down, hit the beach on like Saturday, and then we can maybe like spend the night in wine country and go wine tasting and then come back on Monday. Like, maybe there's other places you could do that, but I'm just saying, like, California has a plethora of things to do here. Absolute plethora of things to do. All like within 30, 40 minutes, hour, maybe hour and a half. And then if you want to skip up to Tahoe, maybe you spend a couple hours up there and you can either go to Kings Beach or maybe you just go skiing and have a good time. You know, maybe you do both. Hey, why not? Just so many options, but it's really expensive to live here. So you got to make money and be able to afford it. But I think there's a reason you have to pay to play. That's my number 3. There's so many awesome things to do here. Number 4 is a really quick tack on to the last one. You can do all of those things, I would say, pretty much all year round. So depending on what you want to do, you might have to put a rain jacket on, bring an umbrella, but you could do all that stuff all year round. No snowstorm, no crazy hurricane, no torrential downpour is going to stop you from doing all those fun activities. So that's my number 4. You can do all that stuff all year round. Okay, my number 5, and some people may or may not like this, but I love it, is the diversity. We've got all types of colors, shapes, sizes, genders, you know it. We've got it here in California. Now, I think a lot of people can get annoyed with that, but like for me, I love it because I'm always learning and growing and, you know, educating myself on different things. And I love that my son can meet people and learn and grow and have interesting conversations, learn about different cultures, learn about different ways people live and have different point of views, and not be in tunnel vision of one specific way. So I love the diversity in California, and I love that there's tons of people here that'll educate you on different aspects of life and how they live. And to me, that's awesome. 6 is that I love how educated people are here. I love that they value education. I love that they push for it. And I love that there are so many different universities here to strive to be the best and to learn and to grow. Because in this world, we need to keep growing and we need to keep learning because we'll never know everything. So I love that about California, and I love that I can have great, interesting, smart, intelligent, intellectual conversations with people, and that I don't feel like I'm talking to a wall or someone that is just not on the same level as my intellect. So I love that people are so smart here and value education. Number 7 is I love that entrepreneurs are always so welcome here, and the entrepreneurial life is amazing here. I've had my own business for, I've been an entrepreneur, no, I think it's 17. God, that's such a long time. But I've had my own business forever, pretty much here in California, and I just feel like there are so many opportunities and people push for entrepreneurs, and it's just a great environment to thrive as an entrepreneur here. So I love that aspect, and I just stoked about having that entrepreneurial spirit in California, and I love that people support it and that they embrace it here. All right, number 8, I love that people don't like cigarette smoking here. I know it's kind of weird, but I'm not a cigarette smoker. I don't like really have any kind of bias towards people that smoke cigarettes. I just don't like the smell of the smoke, and I don't like that it causes cancer, and I don't like having to consume the secondhand smoke. So I love that people feel like that here, mostly, you know, in California. And I mean, more power to it if you want to smoke. I mean, it's crazy because it says on the packet that it causes cancer, but I understand like people have their challenges of addictions and whatnot. But I personally love that, you know, when you're at a restaurant, you don't have to worry about people smoking. I know that's kind of a weird thing, but it's just my personal preference because I don't want to have to die of cancer. That is my number 8. I don't like cigarette smoke, and I love that people agree with me here in California. All right, number 9, I love that there is so much opportunity to be had here in California. Like literally, it is a world of your oyster to create whatever you want. You can have the technology down in the Silicon Valley. You can have San Francisco's thriving businesses and, You could come over to the East Bay and create a construction company or a restaurant. Like, there's so many different things that you can do in California. There's so many opportunities to be had, and it's so condensed, so it's like close to one another. I just really love that. It's like a thriving place to be able to meet with like-minded people and to create opportunity, because it literally is everywhere. I mean, I've had a business for 17 years now, and there is literally opportunity everywhere. I could be in San Jose working, I could be here in the East Bay working, I could be in San Francisco, Burlingame. I mean, there's just so many different opportunities, and I just freaking love that, because California is like its own little country, you know? So come here and create some opportunity. Last thing, number 10, it's kind of personal, but I just love that all of my family and my besties are all here, with the exception of a few that have scattered and left to the various other states. I just love that my family and friends are here mostly, because it means that I can have fun and celebrate all the time with them, all the milestones of life, and I get to see them really easily, and we can do all the fun things together that are in California. So that's my number 10. I love that my family and friends are here, most of them. Some have gone out, but they always come on back for vacations or to play. Some may move back, but it's kind of hard once you leave to move back to California. So my suggestion is, don't leave California if you're here. Okay, now on to the things that I cannot stand about California. Let's go. All right, number 1, I think many people can agree with me on this, the politics. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. They're such a mess. It's such a mess. It's such a mess. We need someone to come in here and fix it. I don't know who that's going to be. Hopefully someone business-minded, hopefully someone kind and smart. That's all I have to say. I don't want to get into it, but I can't stand the politics. I think a lot of people agree with me on this. We just need help. Please, Jesus, come down and help us. Number 2, taxes. Can't stand them. They're too high and it's annoying. I have my own business, so it helps, but I couldn't imagine being a W-2 employee and giving away all that tax and all that money. That would suck. But hopefully we start using it for good things, and I understand there's a reason for them, but I can't stand it. And I couldn't imagine if you make a lot of money, a lot, that would really suck if you had to pay all those taxes. So I'm sure some people can agree with me here. They go to good use, but I think it could be, I don't know, there's lots to clean up here. So that's my number 2. Number 3, this is a love-hate relationship. I mean, I love it because my property is like so high, and I'm, you know, it's my career, but the fact that real estate is so expensive to me right now is just, it's mind-blowing. I mean, I love it because, like I said, my property has gone up in so much in value, but it just makes me so sad when I have friends that can't afford, you know, real estate in a good area, because it's like super expensive. You know, I know that it is expensive because this is, like, in my opinion, personal, humble opinion, this is the best place to live in the country, but it can be disheartening that it's so expensive now. And I understand and recognize that our salaries compensate for it, you know, and it's doable, but it's just, yeah, it's a little bit of a love-hate relationship, the fact that it's so expensive, real estate. But it can be done, you know what I mean? I did it, you know, be smart, save your money, and get a good paying job, and you got this, you know? But that's my number 3. All right, the number 4 thing that I cannot stand, and I don't know how to solve this. It's so deep, I don't know. I cannot stand that in order for you to get into a good neighborhood and a good school for your child, you have to be able to afford a $1.2 to $1.5 plus million home, because that's how they get you. Good schools require expensive homes. So you're not going to probably get into a really great school unless you can afford a $1.2 to $2 million home. And that to me is very frustrating, you know, because some people just can't afford private. And it's something that you have to really consider if you have kids. I mean, it's beyond. So I don't know how to solve that, but it is what it is. And I guess you just have to work harder to make more money, or, you know, put your kid in private. So that's one frustrating thing about California, is the schooling. I just wish everyone had the opportunity to have great schools. I wish we paid our teachers more. I wish we valued our teachers more. I wish we valued education like for everybody to have great education. Like that would be like a great wish, but that is my number 4 that peeves me beyond all belief, besides the taxes and the politics. Number 5, some people might backlash me on this, but I don't know. It's just my preference. I actually don't like that weed is legal. I don't know. I don't like cigarette smoke. I don't really like the smell of weed. I know lots of people do it. I'm probably the only one in California that doesn't do it, but I mean, I don't care that you do weed. I would just maybe eat it so I don't have to smell it. So I don't have to be at a park or like the food truck freaking venue with my kid that's 3 getting smoked up from weed. Like, just eat it. Like, is that cool? Like, that's my number 5. I can't stand smelling it. I can't stand smelling cigarette smoke. I don't want to inhale it, secondhand smoke. I don't want my kid to inhale it. I don't want to walk down the street smelling someone who stinks like weed. Just eat it, okay? Do it, that's fine, but it peeves me off when I have to smell it. So it's my number 5. Sorry, guys. Okay, this is another one, number 6. It's so annoying. This is so annoying. Global warming. I don't know what's causing this, but I just can't stand the fires. The fires during the summer, it's like a new season. It's so annoying. I can't stand the smoke. Again, I feel like I'm getting like my sister with this smoke. I don't like smelling cigarette smoke. I don't smell like weed smoke. I don't like smelling fire smoke. I just don't. I want my lungs clean and fresh. I don't know how to solve that either. You know, we have a fire season now in the summer times. Fire and smoke, it is what it is. That's my number 6. Okay, number 7 is, and I know it doesn't affect me like it does other people, thank God, but my number 7 is traffic. Traffic is like a double, like I just can't do traffic. I don't like it. It's like the smoke. I don't like traffic. It's so annoying. I try not to be on the road after 2:30. I try not to be on the road before like 8 a.m. or like 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. It's like around 9:30 to like 2, you're like solid with no traffic, but then after those hours or before, you're screwed. Okay, so just know that in California, like any major city, you're gonna have some major traffic, and COVID ain't got nothing on us anymore. It is right back to normal, people. So just know it's right back to normal. Traffic is horrendous. So what would take you 30 minutes to get to the city and off-hour traffic, you're looking at an hour to an hour and a half. Good luck. I can't stand traffic. All right, my last and final number 8. I cannot stand all the things above, but I really can't stand the fact that gas is so expensive. I am working on getting a Tesla. I'm going to get it. It's in my future. I'm putting it out there because I'm so done with gas. I'm so done with it being like dang near $5 a gallon when in other freaking states it's like $2. I don't know why. Is it just because they see California, it's like the wedding industry? Do they just see like wedding and they double the price? Is it like California and then they just double the price? I just don't understand. I don't know. I'm sure it has to do with the politics, which I can't stand. But I just think it is absolutely ridiculous when I go to visit Texas or other places in the country and it's like $2, where we got to pay like freaking dang near $5 a gallon. So I'm really lucky that I don't have to travel and commute like people do in California, because people will travel like hours on the road, you know, to go to work. And I'm just so lucky. I just go in my neighborhood, basically. But it's crazy. $5, that's cray-cray. $4, it's just crazy. So that's my number 8. I just cannot stand that the freaking gas is so freaking high. So just know that coming in, but then also know that there are a majority of Teslas on the road and your salaries are going to be like double other states. So it kind of compensates for it, but it's just still ridiculous. So that's my number 8. But with all that being said, pros and cons, loves and dislikes, I think that California is still the best place to live in the entire country. You know, you're compensated for it here, so the more money you make, the more opportunity you can have. Actually, the more opportunity you can have is all in your mind. So it's just a plethora of opportunity. And with opportunity comes great salaries and income. So come here. You've got all the facts of the things that I cannot stand and I absolutely love about this state. I've lived here pretty much my entire life with the exception of a few years here or there. And it's the best place. I love it here. I feel healthy, happy, and joyful, and the sun shines on you. It's like when you have sunny days, 365 days out of the year for the most part, it just makes your life better. Yeah, the taxes, the politics, Trust me, I deal with them all the time, but I maneuver them and I deal with it. It's like all the other things make it so great. So if you want to know more about California and living here in the Bay Area, follow this channel, subscribe, reach out, ask me questions. We're so happy to help. I mean, I've helped so many different families move here and relocate, and I promise they love it and they're gonna have a great time here, I promise. You know, other states are great too, but I've got this affinity for California and I'm never leaving. And all those friends trying to get me to go to other places, I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm never leaving because I've got a sweet deal set up here. And once I get that Tesla, I won't ever have to worry about gas. So thanks for hanging in there with me, guys, today. I hope you got value and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks, bye.